The Young and the Restless Spoilers full preview week of May 25 to 2, 92026. Oh my God, welcome back to our channel. It is Friday and I am literally malfunctioning. We have so much to unpack today and I am physically vibrating from the sheer audacity of what just went down in Genoa City. Grab your iced coffees, lock your doors, and prepare to spiral with me because the tea is piping hot and we are drinking it straight from the pot. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing. I am literally shaking. Wait, we need to talk about this now. I was mid-skincare and smeared charcoal mask all over the rug when I saw what Nikki Newman just did. Literally had to yeet my phone across the room because my brain could not process the absolute cinematic mayhem unfolding on my screen. So basically, Nikki is straight up spiraling over Nick's recovery, and genuinely, who can blame her? The man is giving us nothing but vague, evasive answers about his outpatient rehab with Victoria, and I am screaming at my television, outpatient? Vesty, be for real right now. Nick needs inpatient treatment immediately. He was literally crashing cars and hallucinating Matt Clark in the middle of the road while high on fentanyl. And now he's acting like a few therapy sessions are going to fix this absolute dumpster fire. I'm literally hyperventilating right now, just thinking about the sheer denial in that family. Nikki knows it too. She is terrified, clutching her pearls and watching her golden boy slip through her fingers, which is honestly so unhinged because the Newmans usually throw money at a problem until it disappears. But this is a mess they cannot buy their way out of. Wait, backtrack for a second. I missed a step. Nikki didn't just cry about this in the ranch. She went and spilled the tea to Jack Abbott. Send help. My soul has actually left my body. Nikki and Jack, in this economy, with Diane Jenkins already on the warpath and ready to divorce Jack for breathing near Patty Williams, is giving major I cannot even energy. Jack straight up thought Nikki was going to complain about Victor being his usual dictatorial self. But no, she drops the fentanyl bomb. She tells Jack everything about Nick's pill addiction. Did I say that yet? My brain is mush. Moving on. Jack's reaction was actually so profound. He's been down that dark, twisted road of addiction. So he genuinely wants to help Nick. But oh my God, the stakes are astronomical. If Victor finds out that Jack Abbott, his mortal enemy, the man he literally despises more than anything, knows the deepest, darkest, most vulnerable Newman family secret, I'm calling it the villain arc is about to go nuclear. Victor is going to spontaneously combust. He will unleash hellfire on the Abbott mansion. And don't even get me started on the vibes. Jack is playing with fire, and we are totally living for it. And can we just pause for a second to talk about Jack Abbott's absolute hypocrisy here? The man is ready to play savior to Nick Newman, acting like the patron saint of recovery while simultaneously manipulating Patty Williams behind the scenes. I am straight up losing my mind over the duality of this man. He is literally sitting there listening to Nikki pour her heart out, offering his shoulder to cry on, while his own marriage to Diane is literally burning to the ground. Diane is already suspicious. She is already paranoid. And if she catches wind that Jack is playing therapist to Nikki Newman, of all people, the woman who has been a thorn in her side for decades, Diane is going to go nuclear. She will pack her bags, take the Abbott fortune, and leave Jack crying in his massive, empty mansion. It's giving I ruined my own life for fun energy. Jack needs to focus on his own dumpster fire before trying to put out the Newman family's flames. But honestly, I am here for the mess. Did I say that yet? Ah, my brain is mush. Moving on. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but Phyllis Summers is officially off the rails and I am here for the chaos. Let's pivot to the GCAC because my jaw is still on the floor. Phyllis, in her desperate, manic era, had Matt Clark tied up in a room at the GCAC. Yes, you heard me. Tied. Up like a high-octane psychological masterpiece. But wait, who comes bursting through the door to save the day? Patty Williams. I am screaming. Patty, of all people, unties Matt and frees him from Phyllis's hostage situation. They are officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done. Patty untying Matt and then the two of them facing off against a feral Phyllis. The cinematic drama is at 10/10. Matt knows exactly who he can't trust now, but Patty is no innocent angel here either. She thought she was doing something iconic, rescuing him so they could be this twisted power couple, but Matt is straight up going to reject her later, which is honestly so unhinged, and it's going to lead to the most insane fallout. But in that room, it was pure, unadulterated soap opera go. Three absolute psychopaths staring each other down. I need an Oscar for whoever blocked that scene. Wait, I'm glitching. Okay, back to the main event. But really quick, did anyone else notice the weird lighting in that GCAC room? It was giving early 2000s a haunted house, and the shadow of the lamp was literally shaped like a demon, which is so fitting for Matt Clark. Anyway, back to the tea. Phyllis's face when Patty walked in was pure comedy. She was probably manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update, but she got Patty Williams instead. Patty is basically a walking tornado of unresolved trauma and obsession, and Phyllis has hated her ever since Patty poisoned Summer all those years ago. The history, the lore. I am so deep in the lore that my grip on reality is slipping. I am personally offended that Phyllis didn't just throw a vase at her. Instead, we got this intense, high decibel standoff. Matt is standing there, rubbing his wrists, probably plotting how to ruin all of their lives, and Patty is looking at him like he's a snack. It's a messy, unfiltered, emotional train wreck, and I am physically unwell watching it. They are all so toxic, and I am drinking it up like it's water in a desert. Let's also dissect the sheer audacity of Matt Clark in that GCAC room. When Patty untied him, you just know he had that smug, arrogant, punchable smirk on his face. He is a master manipulator, and he saw Patty not as a savior, but as a convenient tool. He let her think she was the hero of his story. He let her believe they were forming this unbreakable, toxic bond. But we all know Matt is going to drop her the second he doesn't need her. The psychological warfare he is playing with both Phyllis and Patty in that tiny, claustrophobic hotel room is a masterclass in villainy. I was practically screaming at the screen, "Patty, open your eyes. He is using you." But she is so blinded by her own desperate need for validation and connection that she is walking straight into a trap. And Phyllis? Phyllis is standing there watching her leverage walk out the door with her worst enemy. The layers of betrayal here are so thick you could cut them with a knife. I am physically unwell just thinking about the absolute bloodbath that is going to follow this escape. And if that wasn't enough to send me into a coma, let's fly over to New York City because Claire Grace Newman and Holden Novak are getting steamy. Bestie, I cannot even handle this pivot. Malcolm Winters is finally on the road to recovery. Thank the soap gods, because I was genuinely stressed about his bone marrow transplant, so everyone has a reason to celebrate. And how do Claire and Holden celebrate? By getting incredibly close in the city that never sleeps. The tension between them has been building for weeks, and now they are sharing this intensely passionate moment. I am literally hyperventilating right now. Are they going to take it to the bedroom? The chemistry is straight up explosive. But wait, because this is Genoa City adjacent, there is always an ulterior motive. Claire is a Newman, and Newmans do not do things purely out of the goodness of their hearts. What if she is seducing him? What if this entire romantic getaway is just a ploy to get Holden to spill Audra Charles's darkest secrets? I am spiraling over her choices. Holden is basically a puppy dog when it comes to Claire. He promised he wouldn't say anything about Audra, but Claire is a master manipulator. She knows exactly how to bat those eyelashes and use her trauma-bonded charm to get what she wants. I can totally see her whispering sweet nothings in his ear, promising him the world if he just gives her that one piece of leverage against Audra. And don't even get me started on the vibes. Audra is going to lose her mind if she finds out Holden spilled her tea. The manipulation is so delicious, it's giving high-stakes corporate espionage wrapped in a steamy romance novel. I am clutching my chest because I am literally too unwell to handle the gravity of these events. Holden thinks he's found a safe harbor in Claire, but he might just be sleeping with the enemy. If Claire gets her hands on Audra's secrets, the power shift at Chancellor Winters and Newman Enterprises is going to be astronomical, manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update because Audra will not go down without a fight. Okay, wait, I need to scream into a pillow for a second. Okay, I'm back. Let's talk about Sally Spectra because my heart is genuinely breaking into a million pieces for her. Sally is heading to the doctor for her pregnancy, and I am a complete and utter wreck over this. Did I say that yet? Ugh, my brain is mush. Moving on, Sally has been through hell and back. Between losing baby Ava and dealing with the constant, suffocating judgment from Jill Abbott, this girl cannot catch a break. And now she's pregnant again with Billy Abbott's baby. Bestie, be for real right now. I am slightly grossed out that Billy is the father because the man is a walking red flag who constantly makes the worst decisions known to mankind. He is officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done with him. But despite my absolute disdain for Billy's life choices, I want Sally to be a mom so badly. She deserves a win. She deserves to hold a healthy baby and have a moment of pure joy after all the trauma she has endured. I'm literally hyperventilating right now thinking about Sally sitting in that doctor's office. The anxiety must be crushing her. She's probably staring at the ultrasound screen, terrified that history is going to repeat itself. And Billy, he's probably pacing the room, acting like he's the victim of his own chaotic life. I am personally attacked by how much this storyline hurts my soul. Sally is relying on Audra for support, which is a whole other level of unhinged bestie energy that I am completely obsessed with. Audra is the only one keeping Sally grounded while Billy spirals. If the doctor gives him bad news, I will literally riot. I will march down to CBS and demand justice for Sally Spectra. But if it's good news, oh my God, the drama of raising an Abbott Spectra baby with Jill hovering over them like a judgmental gargoyle. It's going to be absolute cinema. I am physically vibrating from the sheer audacity of this plotline. When you look at the big picture, this entire episode is a masterpiece of chaos. We have Nikki betraying Victor's trust to confide in Jack about Nick's addiction. We have Patty Williams going rogue, untying Matt Clark in the GCAC, and setting the stage for a massive extortion plot against the Newmans. We have Claire seducing Holden in New York to steal Audra's secrets. And we have Sally Spectra fighting for her future and her unborn child. It is all connected by this invisible thread of trauma and betrayal. Every single character is making choices that are going to explode in their faces. Jack is playing a dangerous game with Nikki and Patty. Victor's going to go scorched earth when he finds out Jack knows about Nick. Phyllis is going to lose her mind now that Matt is free. I am so deep in the lore that my grip on reality is slipping, making it absolutely clear that this situation is now my entire personality, and I am not okay. I need to go lay down. My heart rate is at like 150 BPM, and I haven't even finished my iced coffee. The sheer audacity of these writers to drop all of this on us at once, it's illegal. I am calling the police. If Nick doesn't get into an inpatient facility, if Jack doesn't watch his back with Victor, and if Sally doesn't get a healthy baby, I am going to lose whatever tiny shred of sanity I have left. This specific betrayal of my emotions has personally attacked my soul. I will be refreshing my feed every 5 seconds, waiting for the next episode, because I cannot live without knowing what Matt Clark is going to do now that he's free. Manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update, you guys. Stay toxic, stay obsessed, and I will see you in the next video when I have fully recovered from this absolute emotional train wreck. Bye, besties.